The threat of rising rivers is on a lot of people's minds as we continue under a pinpoint weather 12 alert. And that's with the widespread flooding we're already seeing. Good evening, I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. This was the latest of several damaging storms over the last few weeks. Governor Dan McKee says he signed another disaster declaration to help people and businesses recover. Red Cross says they're opening emergency shelters in West Warwick and Johnston.
And we have a team of reporters across the region tonight. We begin with 12 News reporter Kristen Burnell live in Cumberland. Kristen?
Well, Mike and Shannon, you can see here on Westwood Drive that part of the road is completely washed out, including a portion of somebody's yard. Neighbors described what they woke up to this morning.
My husband had seen a car back up into our driveway, and that's when he found it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't hear nothing. I was surprised.
Now, this is what the road looked like earlier today, where you can see crews assessing the damage before starting cleanup efforts. Cumberland DPW says they are waiting for some of the water to dissipate before they can begin repairs. People we spoke with say with part of the road shut down, they were forced to take a different route to get to work today, impacting their commute time. Now, several basements also sustained significant flood damage. Residents tell us that has happened only 2 other times in the 30 years they have lived here. Now, Cumberland DPW says they expect to have the road repaired by Friday. Reporting live in Cumberland tonight, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.
Kristen, thank you. And several families had to be rescued from a flooded Johnston apartment complex this morning, while in another neighborhood in town, this is deja vu all over again. 12
News reporter Sheena Lasciuto continues our team coverage from Johnston with what water-weary residents and the mayor are saying.
Well, tonight we are back here on Belfield Drive here in Johnston, a known problem spot for the town. You can see the fire department is here right now. They're actually waiting on the fireboat to come back. They are just picking up someone right now. Now, according to the mayor here, there was already about 4 inches of water on the ground here from the last time it flooded back in December, only making this situation just that much more intense.
Firefighters knee-deep, carrying people to safety. The steps of this apartment complex on Park Street leading to nothing but water Wednesday morning.
Everywhere you look, there's water. It's not just Park Street. I mean, there's dozens of neighborhoods that are flooded out, but safety is paramount, and I'm lucky that there were no injuries.
And that includes Belfield Drive, where at this point, flooding is no longer a surprise.
Last time it was 3 weeks before it was passable with regular vehicles.
This man went across the water in his ATV. His wife following behind him in a different mode of transportation.
I built it so that I could go through stuff like this. Good thing I have it.
The highest part of the whole place.
Even giving a heads up to the fire department on what to expect. Crews were once again called here to be here 24/7 to shuttle residents who are trapped on the other side.
We're going to have our first responders deployed here 24/7 with the military Humvees to shuttle residents back and forth for essential appointments, for groceries, medical appointments, school.
The river showing no mercy.
There shouldn't be any water back here.
The damage relentless.
It's above my doorknob. It wasn't above the doorknob a few hours ago.
This man isn't trapped on Belfield Drive. He was forced out.
But if you want to just...
His belongings floating across his basement for the second time in less than a month.
I had sealed the door with roofing tar, but the water came in so fast that the tar didn't have time to set, and it started poking little holes in it, and before long it just rushed in. So I had about 18 inches of water in under 5 minutes.
You can see it live right here. While my story was airing, that fireboat came back after it picked someone up who was trapped back there behind the water here. Now, the town does have a shelter set up for anyone who was evacuated. Reporting live in Johnston tonight, I'm Sheena Lasciuto, 12 News.
Thank you, Sheena. And there are similar feelings for people along the Patuxent River, which, as Tony mentioned, is still rising.
12 News reporter Alex Torres Perez talked to people on River Street in West Warwick and tells us what they had to say about dealing with flooding again. Alex?
Mike and Shannon, though the water has receded a little bit compared to this morning, River Street here in West Warwick is still living up to its name. So the cleanup is going to have to take a little bit longer, but that process is already going underway in other parts of the town. Small streams turned into rivers, and people across West Warwick saw flooding like never before.
It was just cascading from the brook over there, and there was waves in my backyard so deep. So yeah, this is a catastrophe.
Annette Pina woke up to the sounds of sirens and alarms as the roads filled with water early Wednesday. As she headed downstairs to her basement, she noticed it was entirely flooded, destroying everything.
My whole life. Pictures. Things I can't get back.
She, along with her neighbors, spent hours pumping water. The Portuguese Recreation Club next door now having to figure out how to pay for repairs after the water filled their entire basement to the brim. But the damage wasn't just limited to flooding. A sinkhole shut down parts of Greenbush Road near the elementary school, and off Phoenix Avenue, another hole on the ground, preventing people at this home from leaving. Water flowing underneath the street and overflowing onto the road hours after the downpours. Still, people in the community are just grateful it wasn't worse.
Nobody got hurt, and we'll deal with it.
Now, it's still unclear how long it will take to repair those sinkholes. However, there are some parts of the town that have been pumping out water for hours, and unfortunately, they're expecting their area to flood once again because we're expecting more storms later this week. Reporting live in West Warwick, Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.